the Antrim lads. Brian Donnelly, an accountant based in Belfast, and a fine hurler. An easy ball for Gary O'Kane on the under-21 hurling team that'll play Offaly in 2 weeks in the All-Ireland under-21 hurling semi-final. Johnny Pilkington. An easy one indeed for Terence Donnelly. And Ballycastle McQuillans, described as the next parish to Iceland if you ignore Rathlin Island. Beautiful description. Kieran Barr. Down towards Brian Donnelly. Dropping one in towards Alcon McFetridge. Marvellously caught. Jim Troy, surely a penalty. It has to be. No question whatsoever. Oh, marvellous feeling by Alcon McFetridge. The man from Armoy plays junior hurling with Glen Rovers in Belfast as Brian Donnelly tried to get past Eugene Coughlin. It was a high ball, but look at Alcon McFetridge. Marvellous feeling. Jim Troy unceremoniously bringing him down, and that has to be a penalty.
Oh, Jimmy, the only two fellas here.
Oh dear. Well, this could well turn the tide as Jim Troy organises his defence, and the man who's going to take it is Aidan McCarry from Lochgiel Shamrocks, known to all his pals as Beaver. Beaver McCarry up against Jim Troy, Aidan Fogarty and Eugene Coughlin. Fogarty, Troy and Coughlin against McCarry from Lochgiel. He's going for goal, and he's got it! Beaver McCarry has done it for Antrim. Antrim 1 goal and 5, Offaly 7 points. Just watch this again. It was a rocket. Low, hard and right into the corner. Well, the people might have come to Croke Park to watch Galway and Tipperary, but this could well turn out to be a thriller as Niall Patterson dropped it. He put up his hurley and it's a goal for Offaly. Well, what a turnaround. Vincent Tehan has put Offaly back in front. Well, she certainly is happy. She was worried for a second, but then Vincent Tehan turned up as Niall Patterson batted it down. Let's go back to that particular goal. The ball came in, you can see Niall Patterson putting up his hurley. He was going over the bar, dropped down, and there was Vincent Tehan waiting to just send it home. Back to the action, and Desi Donnelly just putting it out for a line ball. Vincent Tehan, the man who put Offaly back in front, from Coolderry, from the same club as the late great Pat Carroll. Right half back Roy Mannion from St. Ryna's. Marvellous cut. Niall Patterson just took his eye off it and out for a 65. Well, it certainly is great excitement. There it is, Offaly 1-7, Antrim 1-5, and it's a rip-roaring encounter. And we have 5 minutes left in the first half as the big lad from Kennedy, Pádraig Delaney, comes up to take this 65. He didn't play in the league, but he played in the playoff against Antrim, and they will remember him on that occasion, but they'll be thankful to him on this particular time because he sent that to the left and wide. Niall Patterson. He certainly will regret putting up that hurley. It was sailing over the bar, and it brought Offaly back into the match. Ger Coughlin, cleverly, back to Martin Hanamy. And referee overruling his linesman. I think even the linesman agreed that he made a mistake, and a line ball for Offaly. Ger Coughlin from Kennedy. Participated in every single championship success for Offaly during the 1980s. Sweeps it over towards Joachim Kelly. An easy one for Niall Patterson. And back up the field it goes. Kieran Barr knocking it down towards his centre half forward. This is Paul McKillen. Brian Donnelly, Alcon McFetridge, and Eugene Coughlin having the time to gather the ball. Plays his club hurling with Sir Kieran's, who won the Offaly Club Championship for the very first time last year. He's more anxious now to get into an All-Ireland final. Look at this, Roy Mannion. Won an All-Ireland minor 3 years ago, and he's going for glory again. Well, he deserves success because he worked very hard indeed. A fine point for Offaly, a fine point for Roy Mannion. Offaly leading now by 3 points. Terence McNaughton just barely ever keeping it in. To Alcon McFetridge, back to Terence McNaughton. Aidan McCarry. And it's gone over the bar. Antrim keeping in touch, and now just trailed by 2 points, as we now have just 2 minutes, in fact, left to the half-time whistle. Dahi Regan, a little bit of experience showing there, just waiting for the break. Declan Pilkington from a difficult angle, and he swings it over the bar. Good score by Declan Pilkington, and that's his first score of the afternoon. Break comes down towards Aidan McCarry, sweeping it up to Kieran Barr. Intercepted by Johnny Pilkington. Pulled on magnificently there by Joachim Kelly. I'd love to see that first time pulling. This is John Pilkington again, fouled by the Antrim lad. And referee Terence Murray having a little word with him to keep things a little bit cool here. And Paddy Delaney going to take this free, just outside his own 45-metre line. And drops one in around the house. Right, Patterson coming out to gather, and does so superbly. Gives it down towards Paul McKillen. Antrim need a score coming up to the half-time whistle, but Joachim Kelly is having none of it. It looks good. It is good. Offaly 110, Antrim 1-6, and we're now within the last minute of the first half. Puck out comes down towards Kieran Barr, Paddy Delaney, and in fact there it is, exactly on time, and at half-time here at Croke Park in the first game between Antrim and Offaly. Offaly lead by 1 goal and 10 points to Antrim's 1-6. But we've had a marvellous entertaining first half, and Antrim, despite trailing, are keeping in touch, and with a little bit more passion and fire up front, they could well indeed be in line for the shock. But Offaly doing well and looking good with a 4-point lead at half-time. Referee Terence Murray making sure that all the mentors are off the field as he waits to start the second half. 35 minutes to decide who plays Galway or Tipperary on the 3rd of September 1989. It's all to play for, and away we go. Paul McKillen getting the first strike in the second half. Martin Hannamy managing to get a hurley to it, and a line ball for Antrim. And the carpenter from the Banagher Cloughan area plays club hurling with St. Rynagh's, great club in Offaly, and a very useful footballer as well, but concentrates on hurling. Paul McKillen taking the line ball, not one of his very best, and it comes down towards Mark Corrigan, crossing it to Joe Dooley, well gathered despite the attention of Leonard McKeegan. This is Declan Pilkington battling hard. James McNaughton there, turns Donnelly, and back to James McNaughton, and he gets the free on this occasion, and Antrim try to turn the fence back into the attack. According to the Offaly manager, or the Antrim manager, sorry, this young fella is their best player so far. He's having a hard battle, against Mark Corrigan this afternoon. Is Paddy Delaney. Up towards the left corner back there, Desi Donnelly. And tomorrow he takes on Ger Cunningham in the Puck Fada in the Cooley Mountains. And he'll be anxious to go to Cooley Mountains with a place in the All-Ireland hurling final. And he can hit it quite long indeed. And well blocked by the Offaly defence. They're under a little bit of pressure. This is Terence McNaughton trying to get past Roy Mannion. Jim Troy takes off the hat as the ball drops in. Comes back out to Kieran Barr. Oh! A fine point. A fine point indeed by Kieran Barr. Graduated it last June with a degree in physics in Antrim. But certainly a man that's going to be moving residence very shortly to Dublin, taking up employment with an accountancy firm. As you can see it there, ball came down as we rejoin the action, in fact. This is left half-back Leonard McKeegan giving it to Dominic McKinley, and Antrim playing with great confidence. Kieran Barr going back to help his half-back line. Well gathered by Aidan Fogarty. A low ball for Joe Dooley to run onto. Just taking his eye off it for a moment, but he manages to get it into the man who plays his hurling now with Dublin Falks, Dahi Regan. He loses out to Gary O'Kane. This is Paul McKillen. Well blocked by John Pilkington. Back to Dooley. And Niall Patterson quite happy to see it just go to the left of his post. So Offaly now with a total of 15 wides. And maybe they may regret those at the end of the 70 minutes. As Terence McNaughton drops one over the bar. That's a lovely point by Terence McNaughton, known in Antrim as Sambo. A determined man from Cushendall, Rory Oak. Played left half back in the All-Ireland semi-final, as you can see there. Terence sending it just over the bar. A good score for Antrim. Back to the action. And Antrim surely now inspired by the fact that they're keeping in close touch here with these Offaly lads who powered their way through Leinster. As Paddy Delaney looking anxious. In the background there you can see Pat Joe Whelan and Andy Gallagher, the Offaly selectors, trying to encourage their men to another All-Ireland final. And a small little bit of holding there by the Antrim lads. The referee Terence Murray was going to give advantage, but then obviously wasn't going their way, and an opportunity now for Offaly to stretch their lead. This is Mark Corrigan. Has 2 points to his credit already, going for point number 3, and an easy one for the man from Kinnity. Offaly 111, Antrim 1-8. Captain encouraging his colleagues on the field to try and get their act together. Let's put these Antrim boys away. Well blocked by Joachim Kelly. Out to John Pilkington. Trying to find his brother. Desi Donnelly coming across to clear the danger. Centre half back Dominic McKinley. Despite being held there, was willing to keep going, but he got the free. And he puts it down for Desi Donnelly to take it. First cousin of the full-back, Desi. To Ger Coughlin of Offaly. Joachim Kelly. With Dominic McMullen chasing after him. The referee not pleased with the challenge by the Antrim lad. And this going to be taken by Roy Mannion. Dominic McMullen from Lochiel Shamrocks. Roy Mannion is free, aimed at John Pilkington. Not well hit by Dominic McMullen. Joachim Kelly gets as far as Michael Dignan, who's moved out to left half forward. This is Leonard McKeegan. And referee Terence Murray not pleased that that was a shoulder-to-shoulder, hip-to-hip challenge, and referee Terence Murray gives the free to Antrim. Totally mishit there by the left half back. Comes however to Paul McKillen. Well hooked by Joachim Kelly. John Pilkington sweeping it up towards the goal scorer, Vincent Tehan. Desi Donnelly right beside him. Goes off the Offaly man. Line ball for Antrim. Desi Donnelly has played nearly everywhere, in fact, for Antrim. 2 years ago was a corner forward. Now he's a corner back. Joe Dooley can make it. Dominic McKinley can. Coming out to Gary O'Kane. Well blocked by the Offaly lads. Joe Dooley sweeping it up towards Mark Corrigan. Desi Donnelly getting it down towards Kieran Barr. Antrim will really look to this man to try and inspire them now in the second half. And Antrim determined in the second half as the Offaly mentors look on anxiously. There's a sub coming on now for Offaly. That is Paddy Corrigan, and he won an All-Ireland senior medal in 1985. And so he comes on instead of the goal scorer Vincent Tehan. So this is Ger Coughlin in towards Mark Corrigan. Declan Pilkington being held. The referee waves play on. And eventually it's James McNaughton who manages to squeeze himself out and deliver a ball down towards Aidan McCarry. Easily cut up by Joachim Kelly. Dominic McMullen gathering the break. Beautiful turn. Sweeps it in towards the danger area. Eugene Coughlin happy to just get it out anywhere. Going after it is Brian Donnelly. Ger Coughlin gets there first. Still Donnelly battling hard. This is Alcan McFetridge. Oh, it's a right old Titanic struggle inside there. Sweeps it across. Roy Mannion guarding it, but he slips at a danger time. This is Terence McNaughton. Cross to Aidan McCarry. And Antrim surely now have an opportunity to draw a little bit closer to the Offaly lads. And referee Terence Murray having none of the criticism being hurled at him there by Paddy Delaney, as Aidan McCarry, who took that marvellous penalty in the first half, he's a bricklayer and has a pig farm as well, would you believe, in Locheel. And there you can see Aidan McCarry being tackled there and going down, and the resultant free going to be taken by Alcan McFetridge, known as Clute to his friends, and a replacement all-star earlier this year as well. This is Alcan. Now Offaly have nightmares about this particular chap, because when they met in the league he scored the goal that forced the relegation playoff, and indeed many of his colleagues in the All-Star Tour maintained that he was the best man on the tour. Here's Alcan McFetridge over the bar, and that means that Antrim now are just 2 points behind on a scoreline of Offaly 111, Antrim 1-9. And anxious supporters there looking on as they are thoroughly enjoying this All-Ireland semi-final. This is Joachim Kelly. Easily cut off by Dominic McKinley. Sweeping play up as Martin Hannamy tells Ger Coughlin, I'll get there first. And he certainly did, but was fouled in the process, and a free for Paddy Delaney of Kinnity once again. Delaney dropping it in towards Mark Corrigan. James McNaughton is there first. Dominic McKinley trying to help him out. Gary O'Kane down towards Kieran Barr. Ger Coughlin right beside him. Aimed for Donald Armstrong. And Alcan not quite able to reach that one, and Jim Troy happy to just see it go out over the end line. Aidan McCarry and Pat Delaney. Great battle between the centre half back and centre forward. Oh, beautifully dispossessed there by Dominic McMullen. Oh, great fighting spirit too though by Johnny Pilkington. This is Gary O'Kane. Hard to imagine that he's making his debut for Antrim. Terence McNaughton blocked by Roy Mannion. This is Alcon McFetridge. Aidan Fogarty. And that's an Offaly line ball. And the man that's going to take this line ball is Roy Mannion. As Aidan Fogarty keeps an eye on Alcon McFetridge. John Pilkington. Good stuff by Desi Donnelly. The atmosphere electric, and it certainly is very warm as well for these young hurlers as they battle it out. Just the game picking up a little bit in tempo as James McNaughton responds to the encouragement from the crowd here. Drops the ball down towards the corner forward Alcon McFetridge. Yes! That's the goal that Antrim needed. Alcon McFetridge, Clute, as he's known to his fans, has put Antrim ahead after almost 13 minutes of play in the second half. Just keep an eye on this man, Alcon, turning his back. The ball broke to Alcon McFetridge, and Clute, because he's a Kithogue, took one eye at the goal and rammed it into the right corner of the net. Now we have a match here in Croke Park. James McNaughton, lovely, stylish hurler. Down towards Kieran Barr and Ger Coughlin. And the big, tall man from O'Donovan Rossa fouling the Offaly left half back, and a free up for the faithful county once again. Pat Joe Wheelahan having a word with Martin Hannamy. It's hot. The tension is really something else here in Croke Park. Offaly expected a hard tussle here this afternoon. Many neutrals were just seeing them as hot favourites to reach the All-Ireland final. Mark Corrigan has a pile blaster. Paddy Corrigan is there. Desi Donnelly. And here comes Paul McKillen. Getting past Declan Pilkington. This is Aidan McCarry. This is Antrim on the attack. They are responding. They want that All-Ireland final place. He took his eye off it, but he gets it back. Great determination. Can he finish it off? He can. Magic from McCarry. Yes, indeed. Every neutral here in Croke Park, I think, are responding to the heart and determination from Antrim. Aidan McCarry with his second point of the afternoon. He now has 1-2 to his credit. This is Paul McKillen. It really is being put up to Offaly here. And Paul McKillen taking too many steps with the ball gives possession away to Offaly, and they've got to respond now to the challenge. Mark Corrigan comes up to take it. 3 points to his credit, going for his 4th and Offaly's 12th. Antrim leading by 2 points. Mark steadying himself. It's low, and Niall Patterson. Ah, yes, he will be singing an Antrim tonight. Kieran Barr responding to the tremendous heart by his colleagues. This is Dominic McMullen. Paddy Delaney coming across to deprive him of possession, and the Antrim lad guilty there of pulling dangerously on the Offaly lad, and a free up to Offaly. May I remind you that the score 2-10 for Antrim, 1-11 for Offaly, and 15 minutes gone in the second half. James McNaughton going back to clear his lines. Ball breaks back towards Eugene Coughlin. Coming out to meet it is the centre half back. Dahi Regan gathers possession, but the referee has blown his whistle and gives a free to Offaly on the Antrim 65-metre line. And in fact, Dominic McKinley is being spoken to there by the referee, and he's a tough centre half back, maybe not spectacular, but doing well at the central position here in the Antrim defence. There's his opposite number, Paddy Delaney. Just a few metres inside the Antrim 65. And that has gone to the right and wide. Unbelievably, but Offaly now have 16 wides here in this semi-final. I said it in the first half, and I'll say it again, we could well regret that tally at the end of 70 minutes. The question, as we now have just 19 minutes left in this match, will the Glens of Antrim be singing to the sounds of victory tonight? Olcan McFetridge has a bit of space, and he capitalises on it. That is a marvellous score. The man from Armoy has put Antrim now even further ahead. 3 points separate the sides. Look at that for determination. Here we have it again. Olcan McFetridge getting past Pat Delaney. He made space for himself. He looked at the target, and look at that. Straight over Jim Troy's crossbar. Aidan McCarry having a tussle with Joe Dooley. Gets there first. Trying to get it inside towards Michael Dignan. Got back in to the edge of the square. Calling outside is Paddy Corrigan. Tries to do the fancy stuff and gives it to Joe Dooley. Punished for it by the Antrim defence. Back to Joachim Kelly. Sweeping play over towards Mark Corrigan. Chasing after him as his life depended on it is there James McNaughton. Mark Corrigan. His leadership now will be vital as he bursts his way through. Still Mark Corrigan. He takes too many steps and it's a free out to Antrim. Oh dear, we have everything here in this semi-final. Terence Murray. Mark Corrigan was looking for a foul there and was indicating to the referee that he was pulled, but referee Terence Murray having none of it. A big lad from Lochiel in North Antrim, halfway between Belfast and Ballycastle. And certainly this bachelor from Lochiel, who had a special word, as I said, with Cardinal O'Fee. Cardinal O'Fee, obviously a great fan of the man, as referee Terence Murray is telling the goalkeeper to continue on, puck the ball out. Ger Coughlin is there, so too is Aidan McCarry, and he holds onto the ball, and a free up for Offaly. Oh dear, we certainly have had great excitement here, as Offaly have introduced a substitute. In fact, Danny Owens, and many people might not know about Danny, that he won an All-Ireland Colleges football medal with Carmelite College Mode a few years ago. Better known as a hurler, as Offaly now, the Leinster champions, are in trouble, but they still have plenty of time. Ger Coughlin to Paddy Corrigan. On to John Pilkington. Dropping one in towards Dahi Regan. Offaly making wholesale changes. This is Joe Dooley, and over the bar. Good score by Joe Dooley, as they narrow the gap now to just 2 points. Let's take a look at this again. It was fine skill by Joe Dooley, got past Terence Donnelly, and from a rather difficult angle, flighted it over the bar. Huge puck out by Niall Patterson. It comes down to Brian Donnelly. Can they respond? Yes! Good sign of a team when they can respond to a point by their opposition, and Brian Donnelly has made it now just 3 points again. They're not going to give up this match very easily. Look at the crowd. They're absolutely amazed by this intriguing semi-final. Paddy Corrigan, in fact Joachim Kelly it was, and he put it up, and a line ball to Antrim. It's going to be taken just here in front of us by Dominic McMullen. The beer